Okay, okay, all right, all right. Hello, everyone. Let's double check our sound before we start. I just want to make sure that the sound is good and so we don't end up talking to ourselves. All right, let me see. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Okay, all right, our sound is good. That being said, let me quickly share the live before we dive right in. Okay, so from the thumbnail and title, I know you have a clue what we are about to dissect today. And this is one that even if you're trying to overlook it, it just keeps popping up. It's always there every time you turn online. You will always see one thing or the other concerning this story. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the royal family. Okay, Prince Harry and his family. All right. We're going all the way to Great Britain. Okay, let's analyze and dissect and also give our own opinion. So, if you are just coming in, you are welcome. Those of you that will be watching the replay, you are also welcome. And feel free to leave your comments down below and let us know what your thoughts are concerning what is going on. Because, like I said, everybody's talking about it. Okay, everybody's talking about it. But if you don't know, for some reasons, if you've been offline for a while, we're talking about Harry's book, Prince Harry. Okay, we're talking about Prince Harry's new book titled Spare. First of all, I will start by dropping this question. Have you purchased the book? Have you seen the book? Have you laid your hand on one? Or have you ordered? You're waiting for your order to arrive so you can start reading. Are you eager? Are you eager? Are you excited? Is it something you really want to lay your hands on? And if you're coming in, please, you can say hello so I can welcome you if you don't mind. And as you come right in, give us a thumbs up. If you want to join the conversation, feel free because I'm going to be dropping the link also because this is this story is interesting. And like I said, a lot of people have different opinion concerning what is going on. So you can join us. Let me quickly drop the link before we even start. Okay, okay, so I have the link already in the comment section. So, like I said, Harry's book, even before the book was released, everybody had their speculation. What is Harry going to be talking about? And Harry has been granting interviews and talking about stuff. Bidwell, hello, hello. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. So everybody, all the giant social media platform, everybody's in, like dissecting, and likes of Piers Morgan and name them, they're just going cuckoo. Like Piers Morgan has never had anything good to say. I just believe because he wanted to, you know, if you've seen the story, his story, how he met Meghan Markle and what not. That he's like she ghosted me and all of that. So yeah, I'm not surprised if he's out here bashing the prince just because the prince got the princess that he had in mind. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Piers Morgan. The guy is ridiculous. But anyways, a lot of the British people are also upset, although some of them are like, we love him, he's our prince. But yeah, some people are not in support of the book. Some people are like, go ahead. And likewise in the States, like the base in the States, right? In the US himself, that's Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, and their kids. So same thing, divided opinion. Some people are with him, some people are not with him. But I want to know what's your take. I'm going to be giving my honest opinion of what I think and the reason why I'm even sitting down here, because I posted a video already about it, just a little bit, just talk about Harry's book. It's out for those that will be interested to grab a copy and whatnot. Because I know there's a lot on the internet. I hope you're not one of those people that want to bank on what you hear on the internet, because sometimes you cannot trust what you get online. A lot of people are saying that Harry, a lot of things he said, he's lying, blah blah blah, and whatnot. But anyways, like I said, I'm starting with a question. Have you ordered Harry's book? Are you going to be ordering the book? Is it something you're interested in reading? Like, are you interested in reading? You want to know what's in the book from what you've already been hearing and the interviews that Harry has been granting. Are you anxious? You really want to know what's in the book? If that's it, if you're watching the replay, feel free to leave a comment. I will see comments. I always double check my live streams and I read comments. So even if you're not able to join us live right now, you'll be able to. Okay, so let's slowly dive right into the story. So Harry wrote his book and titled it Spare. And I remember when I saw the name first, I was thinking, Spare, is it what I'm thinking? So I was doing a little bit of more digging about royals, and I was wondering, why would he even title his book that way? I was thinking, like, what I was trying to think, there are so many other titles that he could have, but then it did make sense after a lot of digging and what that meant and whatnot. I was like, okay, so yeah, the guy is really out here to spill. But a lot of people have issues with Harry coming out to write this book. For one, I don't understand why, because if we say that we live in a democratic world where we have freedom of speech, then I believe everybody, be you blue blood, red blood, whatever, no blood, white blood, whatever, you should be able to air your opinion concerning anything happening, or if you're willing to share your story. I think you should be allowed, and I don't think anybody should be bashing you or telling you how to do things. Although that being said, royals are expected to live their life in a different way compared to a common man. But does that mean that the royals don't have blood? Now, when I'm talking about royals, I'm talking about royals in general. It could be royal from any continent in the world. But although our main focus is Great Britain, like I said, that's where we're focused on. But yeah, the Queen of England's family, Queen Elizabeth of England. Okay, so but I feel like everybody should be free and allowed to air their opinion. And I don't understand why Harry is being bashed so much. I saw so much when when the whole thing was coming, I saw a lot. And some that caught me was, I think it was a lady from the hand we saw. The video is trending. If you've not seen it, you should check it out on Instagram. The video is on Instagram, of a person that purchased, I don't know, I didn't count, but anywhere from, give or take, let's say 7 to 10 copies of Harry's book. And why I said I think it's a female is because she was showing her hand, and you could see her hand in the camera, and you could see a nail polish on her thumb. So, well, these days even men polish their nails. So, but I'm just saying that's why I think it's a female. But anyways, the person was actually putting the books in the person's fireplace, and songs playing in the background, like, so let's burn it up, let's burn it up. And my question is, why do you even have to go through the stress? Because Harry's book, they just released this book, okay? Like, I'm just, you wanted to be one of the first persons or one of the first people worldwide that will purchase, lay their hands on this book, and you bought so many copies. You didn't even buy just one copy to say, okay, out of curiosity, maybe you dislike him and whatnot because of, according to you people, the way he's treating his family. And then you wanted to lay your hand. You didn't say, okay, let me buy one copy of Harry's book. You bought so many copies and you started putting them in the fire. It doesn't make sense. And in the comment section, you see a lot of people in support, like, yes, this is what, yes, this is what everybody should be doing, burning up the books. It doesn't make any sense. If you don't want to read it, you don't even when you're listening to the news or you're on social media scrolling, doing whatnot. If you see anything concerning Harry, concerning his book, just skip and don't even bother reading the headline or whatever that video content might be titled as. But I think it's so unreasonable for people to go as far as throwing the books in, like, and I feel like sometimes there are certain things that you want to do. You don't necessarily need to announce it or video yourself. But now we live in the world where you see people doing everything they do, they want to document it and put it on social media. I don't know, for validation, or I really, I don't know. Like, they're trying to get support, or you're not a person of your own. You don't have a mind of your own. Parakalo. You don't have a mind of your own, so you really cannot make decisions. Yasu. You cannot really make decisions on your own. And reading the comment sections of that particular post, I, to be frank, I was disgusted, because I feel like, one thing is, if I don't like something, I don't even bother myself listening. I don't even bother. For example, if you're someone that you're posting something and I feel like you're a toxic person, I won't even, I will skip. Whenever I see anything about you, I will skip. Or if it's something that you don't, if I don't have to follow you, for example, like Instagram, you follow people, YouTube, you subscribe to channels, I won't even subscribe to your channel, so I don't even get to see your content. If I'm watching similar content from other vendors, yours is suggested to me just because I watch similar content to yours, but maybe those people are not toxic or as toxic as you, I'm just going to skip your content. Do you get? Because I know that if I will consume your content, I'm not going to feel good. And I saw the same thing. I feel people that did not feel so good about Harry coming out to speak his own truth should have just skipped. And that is one. So I feel like burning the book doesn't make any sense. First of all, if you are feeling like you hate him, or you don't want to be, like, you just hate him so much that everything about him, you want to get him pissed off, you want him to be angry. First of all, Harry's not going to see you. Okay, Harry's not going to see you. Harry doesn't know who you are. So you burning the book doesn't affect him in any way. And secondly, you have purchased those books. Like I said, I really didn't count, but anywhere, give or take, roughly estimation, I would say 7 to 10 copies is what this person bought, and the person was throwing them directly in the fire. And I feel like it is not called for, it is not called for. If you out of curiosity you decided to purchase the book and you don't want to read it, give it to somebody else that will read it, and maybe let the person tell you what is in the books. Because I think a lot of people are really running with what's on social media, what the big channels have been posting, likes of Piers Morgan, that has nothing good to say about anybody, a very terrible person, and yet he's always invited to Buckingham Palace for whatever events that they're having. And that goes to show you the kind of people that the royal family they are. And the question I want to ask people is, like, people that are criticizing Harry so much. How dare you? How dare you? You're a betrayal. You're a sellout. You're a snitch. You're a every name in the book that you can think of, they've called Harry, just because Harry wanted to speak his own truth. I'm trying to make sure my mic is properly fixed so you guys can hear me properly. All right. So I feel like you people have so much to say. And my question is, are you people saying that Harry's family is a perfect family? And when I say Harry's family, the royal family, are you people insinuating that the royal family is a perfect family that cannot make a mistake? Are you saying the royal family is a family that is without blemish? They are without sin, that whatever Harry is saying is something that he's just thinking in his head, and these are things that never happened, or he's just trying to be mean and nasty to his family and looking for all what he can do to just destroy. After all, his grandfather, his grandmother, his mom is dead, and maybe he's not in good terms with his dad. But do we forget so much what happens? These are kids that grew up in our faces. Okay, we all saw how, when the mother passed on, this. And sometimes I feel like commoners, well, these people are referred to as blue blood, right, royals and whatnot. So I feel like sometimes commoners feel like they are totally different from these royal people, or even celebrities. Sometimes you see celebrities get treated the same way. The way they talk about them, the way people drag them over something that if a normal person, a person that is not a celebrity or whatnot, would do, the person will not get the same response. Just because you're a celebrity, it seems like so much is expected from you. And I feel like it's the same thing with the royals. People feel like the royals cannot make mistake. There's nothing Harry has said in his book. There's nothing in his book that is truth or close to the truth or whatnot. And my question is, are you people saying that this family is so perfect that the only bad egg in the whole royal family is Harry? And how is that possible? And are you people also saying that Harry just woke up one day and decided, I want to turn my back on my family? Or people are going to try to say, oh, because he married Meghan Markle and Meghan is there pushing him to do all these things and whatnot. And if that is what you're saying, are you saying your own prince doesn't have sense? He grew up in the same home as his brother, right? Williams. So if you feel like Williams is doing everything, acting like a royal, acting like a real prince, acting like a king to be a king in the waiting, right? He's in line to also be king in the future. So are you saying that just somehow Harry is the bad egg? Somehow Harry is the only strange one? I really want to understand this. And how many of you can actually put yourself in Harry's shoes? Okay, this is the same person that saw how his mother's marriage played out, even if he was a small child growing up, because he was in the public eyes. He can do research, he can read things. There are things in the newspapers, there are people talking, tongues wagging. He knows how his mother's marriage went. Today, the father's side chick is now you people's what? Women consulate and consulate, what not. I don't even want to know what that lady's title is, because for she's a side chick. A side chick will always be a side chick, and that's all. And it doesn't have anything to do with people say, she now has a title. Forget it. Forget it. Let's call a spade, okay? If you were able to be dating someone that is married to someone else and you really didn't care, and after the woman passed on, now you're now his wife and whatnot, and you expect Harry to not feel some certain type of way. And a lot of people feel like, because Williams is not talking, even if he wants to, he can't, because of the royal protocol, the laws, the regulation, the rules, and everything that guides that the institution of them being royals. Even if he's upset, even if something, at least Harry had that even before Harry ever met Meghan. You know, at least Harry has more freedom than the elder brother that is in line to become king. And it does make sense if Harry is feeling like he's just a spare, a child that they had in case a thing will happen to his elder brother. That alone will make him feel somehow. The family might have not said anything, but like I said, people outside are talking. The news always, eyes is always on royals and all of that. And people are so obsessed with royal families that people want them to be so perfect. And this royal family has been in so much mess, and I've never seen so much dragging. Is this not the same royal family that one of the family members was involved in that whole sex Epstein? Is it Epstein, Winston? All of them, they all have the same similar name, a sex scandal thing with, traveling around with underage models and whatnot. You know the story. If you don't know, go dig and find out the sex scandal that involved one of the royal family members. And did anybody drag him the way they are dragging Harry now for just writing a book? That like right now, that's the only crime that Harry has committed, writing a book. And why won't he? First of all, Harry is a prince. All he's known in his life is this life of, he's a royal, he's a blue blood. Like, he was born into this thing. He did not choose it. He was not brought into this in some by marriage, by relationship or something. Like, he was born into this. He was born into this. But immediately he said he was stepping down to protect his own family because he saw how his mom's life ended. He's doing everything to make sure that history doesn't repeat itself. And all the royal family could do was just to throw their own blood. I'm not even talking about his wife. They can decide not to. Well, we can understand that. But they just left him just like that. Somehow the guy needs to survive. He needs to survive, because if he was in the palace, everything else will be taken care of. Well, his travels, money to whatever he wants to do, have fun. He has money for all of that. But now he's left out there to fend for himself and fend for his family. And now people feel like, oh, he's done so much wrong by writing a book. Everybody has the right to say what they want to say. And those of you trying to say, like I saw what's her name? Is it Sarah Hines? What? One of the ladies of is it this daytime talk show that she was saying, I don't think I would want to air out my family secret if it was my family, because at the same time I might be hurt, and you're not making any sense. It is easy to say, okay, if it's me. But until you put yourself in that person's shoes, and if you've not gone through similar stuff, you're not going to understand. You can't. You'll be saying, if it's me, if it's me. It is easier said than done. Until something happens to you, then you can categorically say, okay, I know how it feels, or I won't have acted that way. But at the same time, you don't expect everybody in the world to be like you. People are different and they have different ways. So for me, I don't see anything wrong in Harry coming out. And the most annoying part is I don't even think there is a single lie in that book. And I don't even think Harry has even spilled half of what that family has done, or what, you know, he has not even scratched the surface. If you ask me, Harry has not even scratched the surface. And to see this amount of hate, to see this amount of negativity coming from his own people. First of all, let's talk about the British people. Let's talk about the English people. To see the amount of hate coming from them to their own brother, like this is their own countryman, this is their own person. It's not like it's someone from a different country talking about their royal family, and they feel like, oh, maybe you're being disrespectful because you're not from that country, you're not whatnot, and you don't know their rules, their whatever, and you don't want to respect it because you just don't care and whatnot. But this is your own countryman. This is your own brother. Okay. This is your own brother. This is an Englishman. Okay. And he is a royal, and he's telling you this is what happened. And a lot of the things that he said, a lot of people that have been following, a lot of people that are really invested in this royal stuff can actually say these are things that, yeah, there's a truth to some of these things he's saying, because some of the stuff he's actually spilling are things that if you're not an insider, you're not going to know. There's no way you'll be able to know. So my question is, are people, and I would really love people to answer this question, are people saying that Harry shouldn't have written this book because the royal family is perfect? Are people saying these people are not guilty of anything? Are people saying that if proper investigation is done into the royal family, you're not going to find any cockroaches in their cupboards? Or are people saying that because they are royalty, they are above the law? Are they saying that certain people in this world, of which we know that yes, some people are untouchable, or some people think they are untouchable because of the kind of power they command? Yes, of course. Who wants to look into the family of the Queen of England? You know, she commands so much power. She belongs to so much groups that she's like the leaders and among the pioneers of such group. When we're talking about world, we don't even want to dive in too deep. You get Okay, sorry for that little break. Had to take care of some stuff. All right, let me make sure that my sound is okay and then we proceed. Okay, all right, good. So, like I was saying, I feel like the backlash and the negativity is too much because if you ask me, this just goes to say that people should not people should not be free to air their feelings. It doesn't matter how much hurt, how much you've been holding back for all these years. Just keep it in there because you're a certain person, a celebrity, or somebody, a public figure, or someone that people look up to. You're not supposed to feel a thing. You're not supposed to have emotions like every other person. You're not supposed to feel the way every other human feel because you are from a royal family. So that means no matter what happens, no matter how bad it is, even if what your family members are doing is against what you know as being right, you should just keep quiet and protect your family, because that is all I see from this. People are saying, he's betraying his family, his mother will be rolling in her grave. If nothing, his mother will be very, very proud of him, that he is someone that can speak up, because his mom she was not a coward. She was not a woman that would keep quiet. When she felt like she needed to speak, she did. Okay, she spoke, and she might have not gone to the level that he has, but he, as a child, seeing what happened to his mom and everything, and his father ended up with that same woman. People are saying, why is he insinuating that he's lying, that she's the one? There's a huge possibility that yes, she was the one feeding the press with whatnot. And why was he treated the way he was treated? Why didn't I don't even care about this protocol, because I feel like certain things, when certain things happen, you have to break protocol. There's nothing like protocol. His grandmother was passing, no, they didn't allow him to fly with them. He had to make preparation for his own listen. This is a child that right from childhood, this is someone, I'm still referring to him as a child. This is a man that right from his childhood, they used to do everything for them, and they used to travel their flight, everything in group and whatnot. Then all of a sudden, just because he decided to drop his title and just live his life with his family, they cannot even involve him in things that they are doing for him to pay the last respect to his grandmother, a woman that from the day he was born, from zero to till death, till when his grandmother died last year, you know and they could not even do that at something as little as that, and people are here defending the royal family. My question is, what are you defending? What are you defending? I feel like people defending the royal family is as guilty as the royal family. Because if you do not see anything wrong in what the royal family is doing, then you are exactly like them. You are exactly like them. And this is what a lot of people from, his people are doing. Because everybody just feel like, oh, our royal family. People are talking about like likes of what's her name, Candice Owen. That's another one that talks like person way high on Igbo or something. Yeah, this is something I think is beneath the Kardashians, because that lady feels like she knows more than every other person. That's another ridiculous person like Piers Morgan that is out of her mind. Seriously, you know it's so evil for people to say, because royalty is something we see as this, as that. Oh, it's a fairy tale, this, that, the Queen of England. So what? Because it's the Queen of England, the Queen of England cannot be guilty of something. The family of the Queen of England cannot be guilty of something. This is her own grandson, grandson speaking. It is just ridiculous the way people really think. And the fact that people are dissecting, trying to say, oh, his body language shows he's lying. He said this earlier before, now he's saying this in his book. What he's saying doesn't tally, blah, 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 blah. Nobody is crazy except you have an ulterior motive. And in this case, there's no evidence to prove that Harry really wants to get back at his family so bad that he would just sit down, cook up all the story, and sign a book deal and decide to write this and hold no back. He has not even scratched the surface, and you people are crying. He has not scratched the surface of what these people do. We're talking about the family that has been there for so many late queen that they just buried. How many decades did that woman rule? Okay. And then we're talking about her children, her grandchildren, her whatnot, the huge family, side chick that became queen council or whatever now, and all of that. And people are here defending. What are you people defending? Why didn't you people come out so much, to go stand in front of Buckingham Palace and scream, yes, 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 bring out the queen's son. Let's see, bring him out. He's been accused of sexual. How many people cared if that man was brought till date? All of those were swept under the carpet because he's a royal, and all of you feel like that is okay. But now Harry wants to speak his own truth, and people are saying he endangered the life of his family. Like people didn't know. Like people didn't know that this family has been up to something. He only came out to confirm what people knew already. And still he didn't even scratch the surface. He just only for me, I feel like Harry just shared some of the things that has been choking him, that he really feels, I really need to get this out so I can just get this, I can breathe a sigh of relief and just chill. I can just relax a little bit. That's all. And everybody's going ballistic and yeah, what is he doing? Yeah, like right and left and center, and it doesn't make any sense. Okay. And those of you that you feel like destroying the book, by destroying the book is not going to make any difference, because there are people that feel like this is a story that they are interested in. And so many people are invested in the royal family. So this is an opportunity to read from someone that is a member of the royal family and get more insight into the royal family. Okay, so if you like, set the books ablaze. If you like, do whatever. It's not going to change the fact that people will still go to bookstores, people will still go online or wherever these books are available. They will go purchase them and they are going to read them. Okay, so if you like, feel like, oh, let's do this, let's gang up and let's go buy these books in bulk and start destroying them and filming them. It just goes to show how low you are. It just goes to show the kind of person you are. Because if you don't want to read, you don't even have to. You can turn off your TV once you just hear anything about, when you hear royal family, Harry, you just switch off the TV up until they finish saying whatever they want to say about Harry. When they talk about your favorite people, Williams and the rest of them, you can tune the TV back, and listen to the news or whatever is being broadcast at that time. But these that people are going extra miles to destroy and film, like they are encouraging more people to destroy the book. You can try so hard to bury the truth for so long, but the truth will always surface someday, somehow. So even if you people are able to bully Prince Harry into silence, in the future, there will be someone that will be more brutal than him. There will be someone that won't give a hoot. There will be someone that won't give a damn, that will do anything to put out the real story out there. And that person will remember that, yes, Harry started this. So even if Harry is not able to finish this, maybe Harry's sons will be able to finish this for him, or his great grand. You never know. Because even if somebody would have told the royal family that, fast forward this day, a member of the royal family will be married to someone like, Meghan Markle, giving royalty, and how people see royalty, they feel like they have to groom a special woman for them to marry. You have to be of social class and this and that and statue and society, blah 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 standard. You have to check all the boxes and all of that. And Meghan was absolutely different from that. Like she was a divorcee and all of that. So nobody knows what the future holds. That's just what I'm saying. So even if because Harry's mom she was a lady that came out and spoke her truth, okay? And a lot of people were against her. But now Harry is even doing more than what his mother did. And people are saying your mother will be rolling in the grave. If your mother look at you and your brother right now, your mother will be so disappointed because she's expecting you and your brother to be best of friends and whatnot. It doesn't make any sense. If the mother is watching them from the grave, the mother can see what is going on. Okay, so if we're going to look at it from that aspect, the mother can see what is going on. So already she knows that her son is choked up, and if he doesn't speak, he might end up like her, God forbid. Because there's just so much. There's just so much. There's nothing Harry does that is right. So kudos to Harry for sitting down and writing his own truth. That's what I call this. This is his own truth. So whatever you want to call it, you can call it It's your choice, right? Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. So those of you burning the books, those people like Piers Morgan, what's the other lady? I don't even remember their names because negative people like this, I can't even always remember their names. And all these Candice Owen and the rest of them giving nonsense analysis concerning Harry. It doesn't matter. And those of you saying he's not endangering anybody's life, because people know, and people know that that royal family is of no good. And there is so much cockroaches and skeletons in their cupboards. Okay. So because now the breeze has actually blown and the ass of the chicken is now exposed, you people feel embarrassed. You feel some certain type of way because you know that, yes, now people will not be giving you people the side eye, like, oh my goodness, I didn't, wasn't expecting this from the royal family. You will only be not to expect something like this from the royal family. But if you ask me, there is nothing Harry has said in his book or on his interviews, all the questions they've been asking, that I feel is a fabricated story. I don't think he lives in a fantasy world where he's just cooking up stories and how, oh, let me think of what I'm going to say to bash my family and destroy my family or whatnot. Like, if that's what he wanted to do, he would have done it many years ago. If he really hated his family, disliked his family, wanted to endanger their life and the way people are insinuating, he would have done it long time ago. But enough is enough. If you will put yourself in his shoes, you know that this is just too much. It is time for him to speak up. Even when he went for the funeral, the way people were booing them and judging if they walk like this, no, they're walking like this, if they did like this, if people were just doing too much. Like, people didn't even want him to attend his own grandmother's funeral. I remember how it was a big deal. How people like, they should not there allow him wear uniform because he has left this, he's that, he's no longer this, he's now a commoner, he should be treated like a commoner. He's a royal. It doesn't matter what you want to do. It doesn't matter if you like his decisions or not. He is a blue blood, and that's what he's going to be till the day he leaves this world. It doesn't matter if he has a title or not. He was born into this. He was not forced, borrowed, smuggled into this royal family. He was born into the royal family. So I don't understand why it's so much of a big deal that this guy wants to speak his own truth. He is a prince. He will always be a prince till the end. If the whole family, like, they should not, people are saying, the silence of the royal family speaks volume. It doesn't speak any volume. Then what are they going to say at this point? For those of you that think that they are innocent, so their silence speak volume, oh, they're going to do this, there's nothing they can do. This book was necessary. This move he made is the best move, okay? Because they will act in public as if everything is okay, as if they are treating him nice, but behind, they're giving him hell. So right now, if anything is happening, if he has to go back to the palace for any event or whatever is going on and all of that, they will be careful and they will give him the right treatment that he deserves. There's just so much, because you see, people keep judging the royal family. We want to live in a fantasy world. People like Piers Morgan and the rest of them, that they've been bashing and bashing and bashing Harry. Is Harry not part of the family? Why is he, people like that? Why are they still being invited to Buckingham Palace or wherever when the royals are having an event? I don't care which of the royal, as far as you're from a royal family, you shouldn't even be entertaining, bringing in people like Piers Morgan and those other crazy set of people that are doing nonsense, those IT people that are doing nonsense analysis concerning Harry and Meghan. Why are they being invited to stuff that has to do with his family? But when he speaks, it's an issue, but his family is allowed to invite people that bashes him to his family event, and that is okay. And the other stuff that they do on the ground, all those things are okay. But when Harry speaks up, that's a problem. It just goes to show the kind of world we live in. Because if we're saying that we want to make the world a better place, shouldn't we allow people to speak their own truth? If he has said something concerning, let them release an official statement. I believe he's not going to write anything that he will not be able to back it up, because he knows his family more than any other person out there that is wagging their tongue. So there's nothing he would have written on his book that he wouldn't be able to back it up with evidence. So if the royal family feels like he cooked up stories and he's lying, let him release an official statement. Let him do it. Let him come out and say he's lying. And let's see what his response is going to be. Everybody can be stupid. Some people do have their brains and they can really, really take their time to dig in deep, do their investigations and find out stuffs, dig out stuffs, even if it will be difficult to dig out dirt on families like this, because of course they are well connected worldwide, and whatever they do, they know how to press it down and bury whatever the case may be very well, that it will be difficult to be dug in the future. So I just feel like let's not encourage this type of style where when people are trying to speak their own truth, we're trying to shut them down because we don't want them to embarrass certain people. That is passing a very wrong message to a lot of people out there, because people are feeling like, oh my goodness, if this can happen to a prince, if this can happen to someone that is part of a royal family, someone that is part of an influential family, then what will happen to me if I dare to speak my truth? Let's not do that. He has spoken his truth. He has spoken his truth. That's his own truth. And you cannot even love his family more than him. You're just a person looking at them from outside as royalty, and all you've read in books and all you've seen concerning royal families, and you just don't want that image in your brain to be tainted by what anybody is going to say. So you're willing to just go extra miles to protect that image that you have in your head, which is a very selfish thing to do. Because the way people are coming out to bash Harry, when you look at Harry in interviews, the way Harry looks beaten down. Harry looks frustrated because it's almost like, I'm trying to speak my truth. I'm trying to tell my story. These are things I've held in for so many years, and yet this is what I get in return. And then when certain people decide to unleash themselves for some reason, people are like, but why didn't you speak out? We would have supported you. Why didn't you speak out? But the ones that spoke up, you never supported. You were totally against them. Let's not do that. I don't even want to drag this video too long. It's been 42 minutes. I've been talking. I really wanted to come in and share my own opinion and my take concerning this. Like I said, those of you that will be watching the replay, go ahead and comment down below. Let's know, because this story, it's not going to end anytime soon, because people are just laying their hands on the books and they are going to start reading it and sharing the stories and whatnot, and more people are going to get upset, more people are going to get excited, more angles are going to come out. So let's just wait and see what is going to go on. And thank you also very much for joining me. I see you all coming in and going out. I know some of you just like to just watch, listen to the person talking, and you don't want to come in because it's not your style, it's not your thing. But thank you all so very much, and see you all tomorrow while we're dissecting another story. More stories we have to talk about. If we still have something to say concerning this Harry and the royal family, we're going to do that. But for now, thank you all so very much. And this is me signing out. Have a lovely day. God bless you. Be good, be positive, promote positivity. Don't go bashing people. Be good. Thank you so very much, and bye.